Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2024 CWPA Men's National Collegiate Club Championship at the University of Florida's O'Connell Pool. Our next game is Game 11, which features the dark caps, the University of Oregon Ducks, and in the white caps, the Iowa State Cyclones. We need everyone to be on their best behavior. Please support the participants and officials in a positive manner. Anyone failing to do so may be removed from the pool. Also, remember that alcohol and tobacco products within the competition site are prohibited. The officials for this game are Chad Lemons and Kevin Heinrich. We remind you that the CWPA offers a variety of tournament and league t-shirts, shorts, fleeces, and other apparel for fans of water polo and the league. Be sure to check out the concessions table at the front entrance. Scott Estiwais here on the CWPA Network. Friday, November 8th, 2024, Game 11 between Oregon in the dark caps and Iowa State in the white. Oregon dropped an 18-12 affair in Game 7 of the Boston University Terriers, while Iowa State earlier in the day dropped a 27-5 decision to host Florida. Iowa State, I believe, gave up 17 goals in the first half. And head coach Michael Berry, at halftime, let his team know what needed to be done. And they knew that the game may have been out of reach, but they still wanted to get things situated and improve. Winner of this game will take on Penn State in a playback tomorrow. Oregon wins the sprint. The other team will take on Army in a 13-15 place game, Game 24 tomorrow night, circumstances permitting. Set up inside for the Ducks. Broken up by the Cyclones. Iowa State of the Missouri Valley captured a second ever CWPA title. Last one came in 2005 as a member of the Great Plains Division. Cyclones in this tournament for the first time since 2014. Iowa State defeated Missouri in the first place game in Missouri Valley a couple weekends ago in Ames, Iowa. Broken up there by the Ducks, number 11, Carter Sloan, junior from Carlsbad, California. Sloan out to Hunter Pilarski. Pilarski says hello. Oregon goal scored by number 3 in dark, Hunter Pilarski. First of the game. 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Oregon in dark 1. Iowa State in white 0. For Iowa State in the Missouri Valley Championship, Cyclones actually played 4 games. They played a couple regular season games. So only 4 teams in the Missouri Valley. They had 2 championship games. Well, they actually had 3 games and then a placement game. Won 4-0 championship weekend. Stopped there by the keeper for the Cyclones. That's number 1, Alex Lafano. Iowa State defeated Illinois State 15-7, Indianapolis 12-5, and then 10-8 and 9-8 victories over Missouri. The 9-8 was the title game. ISU lost to Missouri twice in the regular season, September 28th or 29th in Ames, 13-4 and 14-8, so that's payback to the Tigers. Going left to right now, Oregon in the hole. Burning a hole in that pocket. That looks like number 11 for the first time. Oregon goal scored by number 11 in dark, Carter Sloan, his first. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Oregon in dark 2, Iowa State in white 0. Oregon, meanwhile, won the Northwest Division title game against Oregon State A 11-6. The Ducks, though, had one loss in division play, and that was to Washington, 15-13 in Eugene, Oregon, on October 20th. Shot clock violation, Iowa State. And the Ducks looking for more here inside Iowa State territory, coached by George Montgomery. Oregon actually defeated University of Washington in a semifinal, 11-10. So that had been the Achilles heel this season, even though the Ducks were able to knock out Washington from contention in Northwest play. Setting up inside for the Cyclones of Ames, Iowa. Edwina motion, sets that one out of play. Goal throw here for 1A for the Ducks, Hunter Kincaid. Alex Lafreno back in his cage. Number 15 for Iowa State, Mo Elabodi. Lafreno with the loose change pickup. In every game Oregon has played this season, the winning team had at least 10 goals. That was not forfeited. And that is a ball under, it appears. Oregon able to pick up the pieces. So Pilarski and Sloan, the scorers so far for Oregon, which might be number one in the NCAA Division I football rankings. And that is a nice heater thrown and a score for David Morgan. Oregon goals scored by number 5 in dark, David Morgan. His first. 2:46 remaining in the first quarter. Oregon in dark, 3. Iowa State in white, 0. Oregon finished in 10th at last year's National Collegiate Club Championship, as Kincaid picks up the pieces at the 2023 National Collegiate Club Championship at Kearns in Salt Lake City. Claimed 10th place, lost to Virginia in the 9th place game. 6-on-5 opportunity for the Ducks of Eugene, Oregon. 6 seconds on the power play. There's Morgan. Back up for Gavin Brady. That was heading back to Eugene. Back to work, go to Cyclones. And Alex Lafreno. You win this game, you take on Penn State in a playback duo. You lose this game, you face the Army Cadets in game 24 for 13th. And you're not just playing for placement this season, you're playing for your division's placement at the 2025 National Collegiate Club Championship. You always aim to finish high. You win your opening round game, your division will get to wear dark hat the following season's National Collegiate Club Championship. And that one is ball under. Iowa State gets it back. Minute remaining here in the first quarter of game 11. Ducks over the Cyclones, 3-0. It looks like a push off there. George Montgomery asked Kevin Heinrich for clarification, and he liked the answer. Opportunity knocking here. To no avail by Hunter Pilarski. Alex Lafreno looking to set up a potential scoring play. Lafreno, a senior from Arlington Heights, Illinois. One of 2 seniors, and there's a grad student, Lexi Lamblerts. And we got a 5-meter. Oregon penalty on number 3 in dark, Hunter Pilarski. Cyclones will get a 5 meter, which will be taken by number 6, Ryan Lotch. No, not 6-16. Correction by number 16, Sam Perez. Iowa State penalty shot scored by number 16 in white, Sam Perez. His first of the game. 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Oregon in dark 3, Iowa State in white 1. I was thinking Lion lost because Lion lost in the 27-5 opening round loss to Florida. Had 2 fouls on 1 play and got excluded out of the game in the third quarter. Got an exclusion and then didn't exit out, so that was a penalty. That does it for the first quarter. 7 minutes in the books in game 11. The score, Oregon in the dark caps 3, Iowa State in the white 1. Cyclones able to get a penalty shot toward the end of the opening period, and we'll see if the Cyclones can build up some momentum. The CWPA YouTube channel is your #1 video source for everything water polo. Check out Tip of the Week series, inside water movements, highlights, and more. Visit youtube.com and search CWPA Water Polo. Oregon in dark 3, Iowa State in white 1. Following this game will be our last game of the day, game 12, between the University of Colorado Boulder and Florida State University. So 3 different scorers pace the Ducks, while Sam Perez got a penalty goal for the Cyclones. Oregon wins the second quarter sprint. Ducks looking to maintain a sizable lead, but picked up there by Alex Lafreniere. And now the Cyclones get back to work, trying to eat closer. Pulled down a play by Hunter Kincaid. Off of Hunter Kincaid, 2 meter for the Cyclones. It looks like it'll be an exclusion
Oregon exclusion foul on number 20. And Dork, the first of the game for Drew Blon. Skipped out of play, Blon can come back in. Oregon just looking for room here to get another answer. Oregon right now a bit displeased on the bench, looking for the outlet. Look at a bailout. Sam Perez. Iowa State exclusion, number 16 in white, Sam Perez. Oregon power play goal. Scored by number 16 in dark, Will Rowell. That's his first. 5:33 remaining in the second quarter. Oregon in dark 4. Iowa State in white 1.
So Rowell confirmed the score. That's 4 different Ducks to score. And there's a balanced scoring effort. Ducks look to continue.
Opportunity knocking here for the Cyclones. Net's still open. We'll back it up. Perez. Oh, play waved off. There were a couple different Cyclones there. Just couldn't find the ideal opportunity. Iowa State hanging in there, but Oregon looking to do further damage on offense. 3 in the first, 1 in the second for the Ducks.
Exclusion on Iowa State. Power play for the Ducks. Drew Buwan. Ball is up for grabs as the loose change is dangled now by Alex Lafrano. And when you lose an opening round game, you have to play an evening playback. It can be a little challenging. So Oregon last played a few hours ago in Game 7. This is Game 11. So Oregon hasn't had a lot of time, while Iowa State's had quite some time to think about strategy. It's Iowa State's first game is at 10:10 a.m. Eastern today, Saturday, November 8th, or Friday, November 8th. Tomorrow, Saturday, November 9th. Have you join us for more CWPA National Collegiate Club Championship action from O'Connell Pool in Gainesville, Florida. We've had one game go to sudden death today. That was Game 8, Virginia over Colorado, 15-14 in sudden death. Virginia's first ever opening round win for the Atlantic Division. That might be a first ever opening round win. Maybe. The potential history made. Brought back to reality for the Ducks. Plays waved off at half distance, so the ball will go back. The rock goes back to ISU. Hold on. Hunter Kincaid Neal got called for delay of game. Ryan Losh, who had been excluded out of the game in the third quarter, a 27-5 Game 2 loss to host Florida. We'll see the Gators back at the pool in front of the home crowd against Boston University in Game 15 tomorrow. That should be a fun matchup. BU's going to need to start fast, otherwise it could be a long game for the Terriers. ISU able to gobble the loose change. Ryan Losh. Set aside for Casey Smith. Smith by Drew Blon. Now opportunity for Jake Snyder, but Snyder couldn't get a firm grip. Will Rowell looking for room. Will Rowell's number 16. He did score in this quarter. Well, the only goal this quarter, we got about 2 minutes remaining in the second.
Right now, Iowa State's defense is knocking down. And Michael Berry will call timeout.
Timeout, Iowa State. 2-0 for remaining in the second quarter. The score, Oregon in dark 4. Iowa State in white 1. Again, fans, make sure to check out the concession table at the entrance to get your CWPA gear, including t-shirts, shorts, fleeces, and more. Well, the scoreboard has it marked as a 30-second timeout.
Michael Berry may have called a full timeout. Yeah, it's a 30-second timeout. So the Cyclones still have all 3 of its full stoppers. Actually, that was a full timeout.
Iowa State has 2 full and 1 30-second timeout remaining.
Ducks still have all of its timeouts in the bag. Iowa State not in a bad place until that one. It's David Morgan. Morgan off the iron. George Montgomery in disbelief. He thought Morgan had to light the end of the tunnel shot. Ryan Lotch in dangerous territory, backs it up here for Sam Perez. Perez, who has the lone goal for the Cyclones on the penalty. Backed up there for Riley Travis out in front. It is Casey Smith with the goal. Iowa State goal scored by number 7 in white, Casey Smith. First of the game. 1:27 remaining in the first half. Oregon 4, ISU 2. Cyclones in a much better situation than the opening round loss 27-5 to Florida. Have given up double figures in the first half. Exclusion foul in Iowa State, number 16, Sam Perez, power play Oregon. 1 minute to go in the first half. Broken up by the keeper Lafrano. The defense able to stymie the Ducks. Now the Cyclones looking for its first run of the game. Trying to gain some momentum. But that was last touch by Kincaid. Last touch by Oregon will result in a 2-meter for Iowa State. That's a danger. And it'll be a 5-meter. Oregon penalty on number 2 in dark. His first in the game. The penalty's on Gavin Brady. 5-meter opportunity for Sam Perez. Iowa State, 5-meter goal scored by number 16 in white, Sam Perez. His second in the game.
33 seconds to go in the second quarter. Oregon in dark 4, Iowa State in white 3.
Iowa State trying to get its first win in the tournament in a long time. We'll be going the other way with the shot clock unplugged. Iowa State in its last appearance in 2014 went 0-3. Went 1-2 in 2005 at Williams College, a tie for 13th with an 18-8 win over Washington University in St. Louis. That was back when WashU did not compete at the Division III Collegiate Club Championship.
That is the end of the first half. The score from O'Connell Pool. Oregon in the dark caps 4. Iowa State in the white caps 3.
Oregon got contributions from 4 different scorers. Sam Perez has 2 for the Cyclones. Casey Smith has 1 for ISU. It is halftime here. Let's take a breath, and when we come back, we'll get to quarters 3 and 4.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo, 3-time Olympian and co-founder of Cap 7. We're here today for Chalk Talk. This is your Cap 7 tip of the week. So depending on what style of hole guards you have, what types you need, you're going to want to work on some defensive drills based on what you're going to be doing at 2 meters. So let's say you have a guard that isn't that strong and is in the pool and he's going to get backed up, and maybe you're going to decide you're going to run an M drop. So you're going to bring a player back to completely take away any opportunity for a goal, and you're going to have some players split. So if you're going to recognize that you're going to run this type of defense, what are some drills you can do? Okay, well, maybe you can just run a drill, okay, where you have 3 players up top, okay, and you've got the ball, and you have a line where the players can't go in on the wings, they can't sneak in, okay? So this is just a 5-player drill right now, and these players are just going over their hips. They're facing out, okay, and they're stunning and lunging and working on these movements. Because the last thing you want to do is run a defense where you haven't broken out the individual movements of the drill, okay? So you have this player passing the ball, over hips stunning, this player's coming a little bit, pass the ball, attack, pass the ball, slide, and you have all the players working on the movements that they're going to do in the defense that you're going to run. You can easily run this drill with more players. So you can turn it from a 5-person drill into a 7-person drill. And this is great for awareness of the players passing under pressure with someone coming at them. And it's great for these players going over their hips, moving, and stunning. If you want, you can add another player, okay? Any odd number you can use for this drill. It's a really good drill. All the fundamentals and all the players are working.
Entering the 3rd quarter in game number 11, the Oregon Ducks 4, Iowa State Cyclones 3. Following this game will be game 12, our last game of the day, featuring Colorado and Florida State. And we hope you are enjoying this one so far. It's our evening slate of games, quite entertaining. And lots of great content so far here. Previous game, game 10, saw Penn State defeat Army 18-14. Every game this tournament so far, the winning team had at least 10. This game, not sure yet. It's 4-3 Oregon. Jump ball is the call. So Chad Lemons will toss it. Oregon wins the jump. Oregon now going right to left on your screen as Iowa State in white, left to right. Nickelberry doing a tremendous job this game. The way that Florida had played against them had been a challenge, and Iowa State definitely making adjustments in this one. Lion Losh being more careful in this one, not getting excluded. Travis, Riley Travis, and that is off the iron. Rebound there. I believe Hunter Kincaid. Out in front and score. Rylan Hawk. Oregon goal scored by number 22 in dark, Rylan Hawk. His first of the game. It's now 5-3 Oregon with 6:04 to go in the third. Iowa State now in trouble. Offensive foul. Michael Berry disagreeing with the call, thinking there was an impediment. He'll have his arms crossing the sideline. Off the crossbar, the ball is still in play. It'll be a 2-meter. 2-meter from the one position for Oregon. Looks like that may have still been in play, but may have been a bailout though, so it's a fresh 30. Florida Ducks finished 10th place in the National Collegiate Club Championship in 2023. Iowa State looking to finish in the top 12 for the first time in program history. Iowa State looking to get to Sunday action for the first time ever. In order to get to Sunday, you got to win this game. Otherwise, game 24 against Army will conclude the tournament. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Now with the 5 position. Looks like Oregon able to pick up the loose change. There was David Morales, number 7 in dark, a junior from Los Angeles, California. Eugene to Gainesville, Florida, quite a commute. And how about that? He scores, after we mentioned, David Morales. Oregon goal scored by number 7 in dark, David Morales. His first of the game. 4:37 to play in the third quarter. Oregon in dark. 6, Iowa State in white, 3. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 so far in the third for the Ducks. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, none so far in the third for the Cyclones of Ames, Iowa. This would be a great football matchup. Oregon and Iowa State. They'd probably be a top 25 matchup. Broken up there by the keeper, I believe, Kincaid. Oregon is now in the Big Ten for varsity athletics. Iowa State's in the Big 12. Oregon used to be in the Pac-12 before most of the programs in the Pac-12 moved to other conferences. 18 seconds on the possession clock, going left to right. ISU pick it up. Missouri Valley for quite many years have been dominated by Lindenwood. Lindenwood does not have a program at this time. And now here comes Hunter Kolarski. It'll be a fresh 30 here. Exclusion. Iowa State exclusion. Number 11, Dominic Fadans. Power play goal for Oregon. Number 7 in dark, his second of the game, David Morales. 3:10 remaining in the third quarter. Oregon in dark 7. Iowa State in white 3. Speaking of Missouri Valley, in 2025, the Missouri Valley and the Great Lakes divisions are slated to merge as one division due to both divisions having 4 teams. Now next season the plan is to have the Great Lakes and Missouri Valley still have separate berths to National Collegiate Club Championship. Now, the divisions can be separate if more participation happens next season. So it's going to be interesting to see how things go should Missouri Valley and Great Lakes combine a division next season. Out in front, oh, that was last tipped by Iowa State. Seemed like by the slightest margin. Last touch by Iowa State. 2-beater, Oregon. Iowa State thinking the ball was not touching. Change in the call. There was no deflection. Possession, Iowa State. That does appear to be the correct decision because there seemed to be no deflection and the officials talked in their earpieces. They confirmed it. But that is to no avail there. We'll go the other direction to the Ducks of Eugene. Riley Travis trying to be on defense. But that is a job well done for number 22. It's Rylan Hop for the second time. Oregon goal scored by number 22 in Newark, Rylan Hop. Second in the game. 1:55 remaining in the third quarter. Oregon in the Dark Caps 8. Iowa State in the White Caps 3. So 4-0 third quarter run. Where the Cyclones have, in this third quarter, 2 goals from David Morales and 2 goals for Rylan Hop. So George Montgomery has to be pleased with the way his team has performed this quarter. It's as many goals as they had in the first 14 minutes. They'll definitely made some adjustments at halftime. Ball put under the water. Ball under an ISU. Ball goes back to you, Oregon. Ducks on the verge of more goals, but that was an offensive foul. Almost 10 p.m. Eastern. Usually game 12 was scheduled for 9:50, but we had some games going to overdrive. Well, we had one game going to sudden victory. That's it. We had game 8, the only one so far that went past 28 minutes. Virginia over Colorado, 15-14 in sudden victory, and a goal by Roberto Carbone. There is Carter Tran. Guard covered by Jack Rabe, a junior from Robbins, Iowa. One of 3 players from Iowa on the Cyclones. Boy, these Cyclones may be a bit exhausted. Going back and forth between each direction. There's still another quarter though. It's a 5-goal difference. But Oregon has really worn out and wore down the Cyclones. 10-second hunt. Unable to get accurate there. 6 seconds remaining in the third. Shot clock unplugged. And that will be stopped by Lofrano. After 3 quarters in game 11, the score is University of Oregon in the Dark Caps 8, Iowa State University in the White 4. 3. 8-3 is the score. A 4-0 run by the Ducks have put Oregon in command.
I'm Jonathan Hugo from Cap 7. This goal is great because it folds in the size of a backpack. You can take it to the beach, you can take it to the lake. If you're short on deck storage space, you can fold it up and put it in the closet. It's a great training tool. Get yours at cap7.com.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo. Do you want to improve your game? Everyone should have a Cap 7 ball to improve their ball handling skills. If you really want to improve your game, you've got to have a couple water polo balls in your house. Everywhere I go, I'm kicking around the ball, spinning it in my fingers, playing with it, kicking it. It's a lot of fun. Get one and take your ball handling skills to a new level. Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo with Cap 7. There's one more quarter to go in this game. Fourth quarter coming up now.
Entering the fourth quarter of play in Game 11, the score, Oregon in the Dark Caps 8, Iowa State in the White 3. Fans, make sure you stick around. We have more water polo to come. Game 12 is after this game between the Colorado Buffaloes and the Florida State Seminoles. First things first, we have 7 more minutes to determine a winner to face the Penn State Nittany Lions in playback action tomorrow on the comeback trail to 9th place, perhaps. Loser of this game will take on the Army Cadets in a 13-15 place game in Game 24 tomorrow. Oregon going right to left in dark in the Green Caps. Going left to right in white. ISU, that's off the crossbar. Fresh 30. For the Ducks, it makes the most of the second chance. It's 9-3 now. 5-0 run. That's number 16 doing the job. That's Will Rowell. Oregon goal scored by number 16 in dark, Will Rowell. His second. 9-3, Oregon. Ducks trying to make this a second straight game in this tournament so far with double figures. And in Northwest Division play, the Ducks had scored double figures in every game that was contested. Had a 5-0 forfeit win over Gonzaga on October 5th at the West Boise YMCA in Boise, Idaho. Oregon now on attack. Oh wait, Iowa State and a turnover from Lexi Rambos. Michael Berry a bit displeased there. It looked like there was a little more contact than necessary by Oregon, but not enough for the officials to warrant something else. Does there. The exclusion was on number 2 for Oregon, Gavin Brady. Iowa State was unable to score. ISU gets the ball back. Possession goes back to the Cyclones in enemy territory on the 5, which is the near side for those with the camera. Lexi Rambos at the right flat. Rambos set for the hole, and that is going to be waved off. Iowa State in the Missouri Valley, Oregon in the Northwest Division. Now the Missouri Valley was supposed to have more teams this season. St. Louis backed out of its commitment to host in September. So that significantly affected a number of games in the tournament. That's from long range. It's number 7. Oregon goals scored by number 7 in the dark caps, David Morales. Morales third. 4:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. Oregon in dark 10. Iowa State in white 3. It's a 6-0 Duck 1. Oregon in dark had 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the third, 2 so far in the fourth. Iowa State 1 in the first, 2 in the second, none in the third, none so far in the fourth. So Iowa State looking to get on the board for the first time this second half. Winner foul. And that's number 7 with it. May have been Natalie Miesna. Goal was by Iowa State with 3:56 remaining in the third quarter. The score is 10-4 Oregon. May have been a goal by number 7 Casey Smith, which would be his second. Off the chest of Alex Wilfrano. Second effort, though, is flush there. Already the third goal of the game for number 22. Oregon goal scored by number 22 in dark, Rylan Hop. Third of the game, 11-4 Ducks. Michael Berry in the sideline for Iowa State had his hands on his head, keeping his composure even though the Cyclones are in a position that is not of comfort. Florida State working out to take on Colorado in game 12. That is to follow this one. Broken up there by Hop. Kincaid, Hunter Kincaid, a sophomore for Carlsbad, California. Iowa State actually started Missouri Valley play 1-3 and then won its final 4 games, including 2 losses to Missouri. But how about 2 straight wins over the Tigers during championship weekend a couple weekends ago in Ames, Iowa, to get to this tournament. Down in front, no deflection. Although the Iowa State bench thought there was. Or maybe it did. Looks like we got a timeout. Timeout, Oregon. 2:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Oregon 11. Iowa State 4. Ball is back in play. Oregon out of the full timeout will have possession, leading 11-4 against ISU. We're watching the 2024 Collegiate Water Polo Association Men's National Collegiate Club Championship from the University of Florida's O'Connell Pool. Last time the CWPA NCCC was here for the men's circuit was 2009, not in this facility. It's an indoor facility. There's also an outdoor pool, so it's nice to be indoors. Yesterday, November 7th, there was a lot of rain here in Gainesville, so it's nice to be covered up indoors. Opportunity here for ISU. But Ryan Wash did not have an accurate pass as that was picked up by Hunter Kincaid. Ducks are in no particular hurry here. With a lead of this magnitude, Oregon can pass around and use as much clock as possible under 2 minutes remaining in regulation. 5 seconds on the possession clock. Stop there on the right hand by Alex Wafrano. Ordinary foul. Looks like Oregon would take on Penn State in Game 18 tomorrow, while Iowa State would face Army to conclude its season. Iowa State's got a lot to be proud of. After a decade of not participating in CWPA, coming back in the CWPA and capturing the Missouri Valley, or after a decade after last appearing in the National Collegiate Club Championship, coming back, securing the Missouri Valley, wasn't an easy task. The division that included Missouri and Indianapolis as well as Illinois State. The Cyclones lost 5-4 in its first game of the season, September 28th in Ames, Iowa, and then 13-4 in Missouri. Did that go in? No, it did not count. 35 seconds left. Pass out in front. And we'll get a squeaker in there. Iowa State scored. Iowa State goals scored by number 15, Mo Elabudi. His first, 28 and a half seconds remaining in regulation. Oregon in dark 11, Iowa State in white 5. Mo Elabudi, a freshman out of the state of New Jersey, with his first of the game. Iowa State, too little too late, did not have any goals in the third quarter. It was 4-3 at halftime in favor of the Ducks, 3-1 after one. And that's going to just about do it, ladies and gentlemen. And the third quarter is what got the Ducks to prevail in this one. 3 seconds, and that will be all that had been written in Game 11. It's Oregon over Iowa State. Final score in Game 11. Oregon in the Dark Caps 11. Iowa State in the white 5. Player of the game for the Ducks. Got to give credit to a few different players. You got to give credit to the Oregon Ducks for balanced scoring. But a few different Ducks had multiple goals. David Morales was one of them. Another Duck with multiple goals had been number 22, Rylan Hott. Number 16, Will Wallow, also had multiple goals. Our next game up was our last game of the night, Game 12, featuring Colorado and Florida State. Stick around, we have more to come on the CWPA Network.